Hi, my name's Grace. I'm one of the medical students at the GP practice. Could I just take your name and date of birth, please?
Yeah, it's Harvey Carpenter, and it's the 6th of April 1960.
Lovely. Nice to meet you, Mr. Carpenter. How can I help you today?
Well, I've been struggling to swallow, and it's getting worse. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Tell me a bit more about what's been happening.
Well, I can't swallow properly. Obviously, my food's going down, and then gets to like the middle of my chest, and then just seems to stop. It's quite uncomfortable.
Oh, it sounds quite unpleasant.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me from the start?
A couple of months ago, I noticed it happening, just sitting at a table, eating with my wife, and it was hardly anything to start with, and I didn't think much about it. But it's just, as I say, it's just got worse and worse over the last couple of months.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you've come in. It sounds like it's definitely something we need to talk about. Let's find out a bit more about it. So you said it started a couple of months ago and it's getting worse. Can you describe to me exactly what happens when you try to eat?
Well, yeah, it's fine, chewing, swallowing, and then instead of it kind of just going down, it kind of stops. Well, I didn't know what was happening at first, and then eventually I thought, I'm going to need to sort this out. So I started having a glass of water. So I'm having a large glass of water with every meal, just to kind of wash it down.
Okay, and does that help? Does it go down?
It kind of eventually, but it's not straight away.
Okay, and where exactly is this feeling of things getting stuck? Is it higher up or lower down?
Right in the middle of my chest.
Okay.
Right, kind of under my sternum, really, I suppose.
Okay. And you said this started happening a couple of months ago, is that right? And is it getting worse?
Yeah, gradually worse and worse, yeah. Well, I've come in today, it's just thinking, need it sorting out.
Well, yeah, I think so. And is this happening with all foods or just certain foods?
Well, I realised quite early on, as it was getting worse, that like things like scrambled eggs and porridge and rice pudding, and my wife blends vegetables some, and then soup, stuff like that, no problem. But I'm desperate for steak and chips, but the idea of being able to swallow is just like, I can't. Anything of substance, I'm not able to eat, really.
So it sounds then that quite solid foods are getting stuck, but thinner foods and liquids are going down okay. All right. And what's your appetite been like?
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I really am. I'd love steak and chips, but kind of it's not going to happen, is it?
Sounds like it's been difficult. And with you being hungry and having to change your diet, blending vegetables and things, have you noticed a change to your weight?
Oh, yeah, I've lost probably the best part of a stone in the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks, I think. I'm on a hole on my belt tighter.
Okay, so it's quite a significant change, isn't it? Have you noticed any other symptoms?
Not really, no.
Not really. Okay. I'm just going to ask you a few more questions then to make sure we're not missing anything here. So just to summarise what you've said so far, you said this started a couple of months ago. It's been getting worse. And when you eat anything of more substance, as you'd put it, like a steak, it's sort of getting stuck here, but then it will wash down.
Eventually.
And you've been losing weight as a result, and you've had to change your diet. Okay. So specifically, have you had to regurgitate or vomit any food up at all?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Have you vomited or coughed up any blood at all?
No.
Okay. Has there been any pain in your stomach?
Well, not really. It's not pain. It's just that uncomfortable feeling, really.
Okay. And is that only there when you're trying to eat, that uncomfortable feeling? I just want to check as well whether you're having any reflux type symptoms, like any burning discomfort.
Well, you see, I was diagnosed with reflux about 15 years ago, but I've been taking medicine ever since, and it seems to have done the job.
Okay.
So, I mean, it did cross my mind that maybe, like, this is a flare-up of the reflux again, or the medication's not working, or whatever it is. So occasionally I get the bit of acid reflux, but I just take over-the-counter stuff for that.
Okay. Have you ever had difficulty swallowing when you've had reflux in the past?
No.
Okay. And your symptoms generally, are they quite well controlled with the medication?
Yeah. The medication seems to do the job. I mean, just occasionally I have a little kind of acid thing, and I just get some over-the-counter stuff from the supermarket. It seems to do the job.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just only very occasional.
Okay, and has that been happening more often recently or not really?
No.
Okay. Have you had any pain or discomfort in your throat higher up?
No.
Any change to your voice, like a hoarse voice?
No.
Okay. And what about your bowels? Any changes there?
No, they're okay.
Yeah, and what's normal for you?
Just once a day in the morning.
Okay, and any blood at all from your back passage?
Oh, no.
Okay. Any feeling of being bloated?
No.
Any yellowing of the skin?
No.
Any difficulty breathing at all?
No.
Okay. Obviously, you've lost a bit of weight. Can I ask, have you been feeling more tired or run down than usual?
Not really, no. No, all right, yeah.
Okay. And have you had any fevers or sweats at all?
No.
Okay. And what are your thoughts, Mr. Carpenter, about what's going on?
Well, my thoughts are, if it gets any worse, I'm going to starve to death. You know, I'm not able to eat properly, so it's kind of, I've already lost weight and wouldn't mind it, as I said, being sorted out.
Yeah, so that's quite a worry for you then, the changes with your weight.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose much more, quite frankly.
Did you have anything specific that you were concerned about that you wanted to talk about?
Well, as I said just earlier, I thought maybe it's a flare-up of the reflux. I don't know whether that needs looking at or not.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know.
Okay. And today, obviously, I'm going to ask you some questions and we'll talk about our next steps afterwards. But did you have anything specific in mind that you wanted me to do today? Because it would be useful to know if so.
Well, I didn't know whether there was like any kind of ways of like doing scans or x-rays or whatever, or examinations, whatever it happens to be, you know.
Okay.
In your hand, really.
Yeah, okay, absolutely fine. So what we'll do, I'll ask you a few more questions, we'll go from there, okay? So I've not met you before, Mr. Carpenter, so I just want to check about your background. You've mentioned already that you have a diagnosis of reflux.
That's right, yeah.
And you take medication for it. Can I ask, have you ever had a camera test for your reflux?
Oh, yeah, straight away when it first started, yeah, and that's... I'm saying 15 years, might be 40, might be 16, but around about 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a camera down my throat thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you remember what the results were of that camera test?
Okay, apparently.
They were fine. Okay, so you have the reflux. Do you have any other medical conditions?
Got high blood pressure.
Okay. Yeah. And is that generally quite well controlled?
Yes, yeah, I've got some medication for that. So, yeah.
Okay, so for medication then, what are the names of the tablets that you take?
For the reflux, it's omeprazole. Well, I've never known how to pronounce it, but that's the best I can do.
No, that's perfect.
And the high blood pressure is ramipril.
Okay, do you take any other medications?
Well, as I say, just occasionally I'll take supermarket's own brand antacids, just if I need them.
And are you allergic to anything?
I don't know. Don't think so.
Fine. And are there any medical conditions that run in the family?
Sorry, I can't tell you that because I was adopted.
Okay.
So I've no idea.
No, that's all right. And your living situation, who do you live with?
With my wife.
With your wife. And are you in work?
No, retired.
Okay, and what did you used to do?
Well, I was a surveyor in construction.
Busy then?
Very busy and very stressful.
Okay. Okay, and do you smoke at all, Mr. Carpenter?
Nope, not anymore. Gave up in my mid-50s.
Okay, and how many years did you smoke for?
Like everybody at my age since I was a teenager, so when I was about 14 or 15.
And how many a day did you used to smoke on average over those years?
Difficult to say, but 20.
20 a day? For about 40 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you drink any alcohol at all?
Nope, been teetotal since I retired.
Okay, and how long ago was that?
5 years ago now.
And what did you used to drink before?
Beer, by and large, pints. I was away from home, you see. When you're doing that kind of job, you're expected to be around during the week. So Monday to Friday was kind of party time.
Okay. And would you say you used to drink quite heavily around that time?
It depends what you call heavily. Kind of 5 pints a night, 5 pints of beer.
Okay. And would that be from Monday to Friday then, about 5 pints a night? Pints of beer, okay.
Didn't drink at home, actually. Never did.
And do you take any recreational drugs at all?
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Carpenter, I think that's all my questions, but I'm just going to summarise to make sure we've not missed anything.
Okay.
So you've come in today because for the last 2 months you've been having this symptom of a feeling of food getting stuck when you're trying to swallow.
Yes.
it's getting worse. You found now that eating solid food, you really need to wash it down. You're having thinner foods and blending foods, even having liquids. And you've also noticed that you've lost a stone, was it, over the last month or so? But your appetite's remained the same and you're otherwise feeling all right. You have a diagnosis of reflux and you've had a camera test before, and you have high blood pressure as well. You live with your wife, you're an ex-surveyor, used to drink and smoke but don't do that anymore. And obviously you're quite worried today about the weight loss and not being able to eat what you want, which is quite frustrating. And you're wondering about further tests and things you can do to get to the bottom of it. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, not really, other than kind of, I'd really like it sorted out, please, if you can.
Yeah, understandably.
Because I'm getting quite fed up about it. So.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what we can do about that then, okay?
Thank you.
Lovely, thank you. Today I spoke with Harvey Carpenter, a 64-year-old gentleman who has presented to the GP surgery with a history of difficulty swallowing. Mr. Carpenter describes a 2-month history of progressive dysphagia to solids. He describes the sensation of food sticking retrosternally when eating. He is able to swallow liquids and soft foods without difficulty. He has lost 1 stone of weight over the last few weeks but has no other red flag symptoms. Mr. Carpenter has a past medical history of reflux, which is relatively well controlled with omeprazole. He had an endoscopy 15 years ago, which was normal. He also has a background of hypertension, for which he takes ramipril. He takes no other medications except the occasional over-the-counter antacid and has no medication allergies. Mr. Carpenter lives with his wife and is a retired surveyor. He is an ex-smoker with a 40-pack-year history. He has been teetotal for the last 5 years, but used to drink alcohol heavily when working. Mr. Carpenter is concerned about the cause of his symptoms and also the effect on his diet and his weight loss. He would like to have any tests necessary to find out what is happening. Based on the history provided and the red flags of progressive dysphagia and weight loss, a likely diagnosis in this case is esophageal cancer. Other possible diagnoses could be an esophageal stricture, achalasia or esophagitis. To complete my assessment, I would perform an abdominal examination and check vital signs and also confirm height and weight. I would send tests including for H. pylori and blood tests for full blood count, ferritin, usinase and LFTs. Given the symptoms, this patient should be considered for urgent referral for an endoscopy. It would also be appropriate to consider input from a dietitian. Check out the Geeky Medics collection of over 1,000 OSCE stations. You can practice with friends using our group study mode or chat with our amazing AI-powered virtual patients.